Do you know who you really are? Or are you just a character playing a role in a story you didn't write? Think about that for a moment. Most people never question this. From the moment we're born, we're told what to do. We're told who we are, and we're told who we're not. We're given rules, guidelines, expectations. And when we don't live inside those lines, well, there's consequences. There's pressure to fit in, to behave, to conform. When we're kids, we didn't choose where to live. We don't choose what to eat. We don't even choose most of the clothes we wear. See, we step into a role that was created for us by someone else. And we play that role. And that role quietly keeps playing in the background of our life. But what if you're not happy playing that character anymore? What if you don't like the role you were given? Or worse, what if you don't like the story you're living in? It took me a long time to understand this. We're all living in a story inside our head. All day long, we look at life and we decide what's good and what's bad, what's right and what's wrong. But we don't judge life by what it is. We judge it by how it feels. And most of the time, that isn't even happening consciously. It's happening in the background. That's the subconscious mind. And where does it get its information? From your programming, from everything you absorbed while you were growing up. And by the time you were about 10 years old, most of the programming was built. It's the stores everything that you like and you don't like, what feels safe or unsafe, what feels dangerous. It stores what makes you happy and what makes you stressed. And then you grow up. And you live your life assuming that the way you think and feel about life is true. So true that you expect other people to see the world the same way that you do. And when they don't, you judge them. You judge people. You judge situations. You judge experiences. Even things like trees or buildings or companies or cars. You feel something and decide if it's good or if it's bad. Most of this, it's not happening in your conscious mind. It's happening behind the scenes. And that's the problem. Because if you look at your life right now, are you happy with it? Because the life you're living isn't just a random set of choices. It's the result of that programming that influenced those choices. You don't randomly dress the way you dress. You're not in that relationship or not in a relationship by coincidence. And you don't have those money problems by accident. You didn't get that late fee on your last bill by coincidence either. It may sound strange, but it's all part of the character you're playing. It's all part of the story you're living inside your head. The character you're being is okay with a certain level of stress, a certain level of problems, a certain level of debt, a certain level of relationship tension. And what you're willing to tolerate is what keeps repeating in your life. The character you're being is okay with a certain level of stress, a certain level of problems, a certain level of debt, a certain level of relationship tension. And what you're willing to tolerate is what keeps repeating in your life. When I stopped seeing life as some series of random events, and I started seeing it as something created by who I was being, I realized there was a lot more going on than I ever noticed. I started asking myself, what would the best version of me think and do right now? And that question does something interesting. It makes you stop. It makes you wonder, what is the best version of me? How would I talk? How would I act? What would I decide? Then I realized something important. We use words like best, and it can get tricky because in a strange way, you are already your best. Wherever you are right now, that's currently your best. Whether you're struggling or you're successful, that's not wrong. It just tells you where you are. So let me ask you this. What would your life look like if you were your best?